Hello guys, welcome to TNPSC AO classes by Tarvos Education, and today we are in the part 3 of 2021 TNPSC AO question paper. Here we are focusing on the questions related to agricultural economics. So previously we have two parts. Please go look into the video, and this is the part 3 and it is a complete coverage of agricultural economics. With this we'll move on to the questions. So your first question is related to MSP, minimum support price. So the question is, minimum support prices for different agricultural crops are announced before. Option A, harvesting. Option B, sowing season. Option C, marketing season. And option D, processing. So the correct option will be option B, sowing. So before, you need to understand what is MSP. MSP stands for minimum support price. It is a price policy taken up by the government of India to safeguard the farmers against the market risk, and it will be announced before sowing season. So who will calculate MSP? So MSP will be calculated by CACP, Commission of Agriculture Cost and Prices, but it will be approved and announced by the government, that is Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs will be responsible in approving the MSP. Till date, for 22 crops it has been being announced, and for sugarcane we call it in the name of FRP. Okay, for sugarcane alone we do not have MSP, we have a different name called FRP, and before it was named as statutory minimum price, SMP, and now they have renamed SMP into FRP, fair and remunerative price. So why for sugarcane alone they are not giving MSP and they are segregating it in another name? So the reason is sugarcane is highly perishable, and immediately after harvest, sugarcane should be taken to the industry for sugar extraction. If you are not taking it to the industry immediately after harvest, the infestation of the red rot and sugarcane in the canes will be more. That is the reason why sugarcane is having fair and remunerative prices. So here comes the next question. Under which system the farmers are forced to sell part of their produce to the government at announced prices? Option A, monopoly procurement. Option B, levy system. Option C, open market purchase. And option D, contract farming. So try eliminating the options. You can easily find the answer. So listen, monopoly procurement is nothing but the procurement that is being done in monopoly market. Monopoly means it is a single seller. So definitely it is not an answer. Open market purchase. Open market purchase is something that is related to macroeconomics, where central bank buys government securities from the public or commercial banks. Okay. It is something related to a public exchange. Okay. So this will not be the answer. Option D, contract farming. Contract farming is the farming operation where the pre-signed contract will be there. The marketing will be done based on the pre-signed and pre-accepted contract. So this is not the option, and correct option will be option B, levy system. So levy system is a statutory obligation where compiling rice millers or sugar factories to deliver a fixed percentage of output to the government at a predetermined procurement prices for public distribution system. It is not only for millers or sugar factories, it can be also applicable to even to the farmers. So to focus on public distribution system, government will bring this statutory obligation. Your next question is question 120. What means developing entrepreneurship in agricultural sector? Option A, agribusiness. Option B, agripreneurship. Option C, entrepreneurship. Option D, floripreneurship. So again, it is a very easy question. You can directly answer it. The correct option will be option B, agripreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the innovative idea in any form, in any business is called as entrepreneurship. Agribusiness is something, the business that is related to agriculture, dairy, floriculture, horticulture, fisheries, everything comes under agribusiness. Agripreneurship is developing entrepreneurship, bringing innovative ideas and taking up risk in the agriculture sector is called as agripreneurship. Floripreneurship is something related to floriculture. So, agripreneurship is a sustainable, market oriented business innovation across agricultural inputs, farming, processing, and value addition. Your next question is based on Cooperative Societies Act. The Indian Cooperative Societies Act 1912 defined a cooperative as a society to promote economic interest of members. Under which section it is defined cooperative as a society to promote economic interest of members? Option A, Section 2, Option B, Section 4, Option C, Section 6, and Option D, Section 10. So it is direct factual question. If you are remembering the years or sections, you can directly answer it. Correct option will be option B, section 4. So under this section, cooperative is defined as a society to promote the economic interest of the members. So your next question is question 122. DMI stands for option A, Department of Marketing and Inspection, option B, Directorate of Marketing and Inspection, option C, Division of Market Information, and option D, Directorate of Monitored Inputs. So the correct option will be option B, Directorate of Marketing and Inspection. It was established in the year 1935 and it comes under Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare of India. And the major function of DMI is to implement agricultural marketing policies and quality control programs like AGMARK. So AGMARK works under DMI. So here is the explanation. It was established in 1935 and its headquarters is at Faridabad. It is responsible for AGMARK standards and quality certification. Next question is on a formula. Question 162. Choose the correct mathematical relationship formula which is related to MR, AR and elasticity. That is marginal revenue, average revenue, and E stands for elasticity. So all these are direct factual question. You need not to think very much. If you are good at by hearting the concepts and formulas, you can just mark it in a second and move on to the next question. So the correct option will be option A. Marginal revenue is equal to average revenue multiplied by 1 minus 1 divided by E. They can also represent it as marginal revenue is equal to average revenue multiplied by E minus 1 divided by E. Okay, you can also, they can also ask this formula. So, if the price elasticity E is equal to 1, if E is equal to 1, then marginal revenue will become 0. And if the marginal revenue is positive, when elasticity is greater than 1. If elasticity is positive, marginal revenue will also be positive. MR will be greater than 0. So, these are possible questions from this concept. So, your next question is question 163, which is related to risk and uncertainty. A situation when all possible outcomes are known with probability is called as what? Option A, risk. Option B, uncertainty. Option C, certainty. Option D, speculation. So the correct option will be option A, risk. You need to understand the difference between risk and uncertainty first. So risk is something we are known and uncertainty is not known. Risk is predictable. You can predict the risk. But uncertainty, you cannot predict it. It is unpredictable. Risk is measurable, quantifiable. You can calculate the risk, but uncertainty is not measurable and not quantifiable. And risk is insurable. You can take insurance for the risk, and uncertainty, it is not insurable. remember this table. You just write it down and remember this table. And here is the explanation, the same explanation which I have given in the previous slide, putting a tabular column, the same thing here they have given. So risk is the probability of future outcome that is measurable. It can be calculated mathematically and it is insurable. Uncertainty is we cannot determine it and it is not insurable. Your next question is on balance sheet. Balance sheet is otherwise known as option A, income statement. Option B, net worth statement. Option C, cash flow statement. Option D, profit or loss statement. So the correct option will be option B, net worth statement. Income statement, it is also called as profit or loss statement. Cash flow statement is also called as cash flow summary, flow of funds statements, etc. Okay. Balance sheet, which is also called as net worth statement, it explains the net worth of a business, which is the difference between the total assets and the total liabilities. Income statement, which speaks about the revenues and expenses of a particular business. So here the net profit is equal to total revenue minus total expenses. And cash flow statement, here we speak about cash balance, where it is the difference between cash revenue and the cash expenses. So this is the explanation. We have already discussed this in the previous slide. And yeah, this is important. Balance sheet measures the financial solvency at a static point of time. In a particular point of time, it explains the financial solvency of a business. Income statement, it shows the profitability of the business, whether the business is running in profit or not. Cash flow statement focuses on the cash availability or the surplus fund that is available in the business. Next question is question 165, which is based on cost concepts of CACP. Imputed value of family labor is included in which cost? Cost A1, cost A2, cost B, and cost C. So the correct option will be option D, cost C. We'll see the explanation here. So cost A1 is nothing but paid out direct operating cost. The cost that is spent on labor, fertilizer, seeds, chemicals, pesticides, irrigation, electricity, everything comes under cost A1. Cost A2 is cost A1 plus rent paid for leased in land. Cost B is nothing but cost A2 plus rent on fixed capital. For example, building and land, roads, machineries, etc. And also the rental value of owned land. And cost C is cost B plus imputed value of family labor. Next question is question 166. ISO revenue line represents the combination of inputs producing same output, combination of output yielding same total revenue, ratio of input prices, total cost of production. So ISO itself means equal. So look on to the options. So it is the combination of outputs yielding the same total revenue. Here is the option. Correct option will be option B, same total revenue. So ISO revenue line is nothing but it is a line which shows the combination of two outputs, Y1 and Y2, combination of two outputs that yield the same total revenue. And this line we call it as ISO revenue line, which can also be called as price line or budget line, etc. So ISO revenue line, it tells the combination of two outputs that yield the exact same total revenue, and its slope is the price ratio. We have seen the line now. So this will be the price line or ISO revenue line, and its slope will be the price ratio. Okay, and it is something that deals with the that is related to the product combination. Your next question is question 167. The apex body in cooperative marketing in India is option A, NABARD, option B, NAFED, option C, FCI, option D, CCI. If you are knowing the full form of this abbreviations, then you can easily answer this question. So NABARD stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So this is not a apex body for cooperative marketing. It is apex body for agriculture in India. FCI, Food Corporation of India. So this is not the answer. CCI, Cotton Corporation of India. This is not the answer. The correct option would be NAFED, National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation, which was established in 1958, having its headquarters at New Delhi. So NAFED, it was established in October 2, 1958, and I've already discussed all the concepts. You can expect one more question, which is the apex body for cooperative financing. So if you are looking into the answer for cooperative financing, the apex agency is NCDC, National Cooperative Development Corporation, which was established in 1963 and headquarters is at New Delhi. Moving on to next question. Question 168. Commodity boards such as coffee board, rubber board, tea board, spice board, tobacco board function under the purview of which ministry? Option A, Ministry of Agriculture. Option B, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Option C, Ministry of Finance. Option D, Ministry of Food Processing. The correct option would be option B. So all commodity boards function under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And only the Coconut Development Board comes under Ministry of Agriculture. Except this coconut board, all other boards functions under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. If you can notice, all these boards are related to the high value commodities or the plantation crops. Here comes your next question. Question number 169. Central AGMARK laboratory is located at option A, New Delhi, option B, Faridabad, option C, Nagpur, option D, Chennai. The correct option would be option C, Nagpur. So AGMARK stands for Agricultural Produce Grading and Marketing Act. Its central laboratory is in Nagpur, Maharashtra. Its headquarters is in Faridabad, Haryana. And who fixes the standards of AGMARK? It is fixed by DMI, Directorate of Marketing and Inspection. We have already discussed this. Your next question is the classification of market based on the degree of competition. So which market is classified on the basis of degree of competition? Option A, national market. Option B, secular market. Option C, monopoly market. Option D, primary market. So I'm telling this in every video. Please make sure you study the types of credit and types of market. You can expect at least 2 questions from each of these topics. The correct option will be option C, monopoly market. Under degree of competition, it is of 2 types: perfect market, imperfect market. Under imperfect market, it is of monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistics. Okay, these are the 4 types of imperfect markets under the degree of competition. So what is monopoly? When the market is having single seller and when he is having a complete control over the market supply and price determination, then we call it as monopoly market. If there are 2 sellers, then we call it as duopoly market. When there are few sellers, that is more than 2, we call it as oligopoly market. When there are many sellers, then we call them as monopolistic competition. Your next question is 171 based on the sub-functions of buying. So I'm not going to answer this question. You try to answer this question and comment it down on the comment section. So the question is, which of the following is not a subfunction of buying? Option A, assembling. Option B, contractual contact. Option C, negotiation. And option D, demand creation. So with this, we shall end our video. Thank you all for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Hope your concepts are clear with related to the PYQs, and practice consistently so that you will become stronger day by day, and make sure your concepts are very clear. We have separate classes for concepts also. Try joining the class, and all the best for your preparation, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.